Hey guys, it's Caitlin, and today I'm going to be showing you the books that I read in January. I read a total of 7 books, so let's get started. So the first books that I read in January was a trilogy, and it was the Renegade Trilogy by Marissa Meyer. And can we just talk about the UK cover and then the American cover? I prefer this one. It's so much cooler. It looks like a kid did it. So Marissa Meyer is the author that got me obsessed with reading. I loved reading, and then I read her and I was just like, wait, books are the best thing on the planet ever. And so when I heard that she had written a new trilogy, I was like, cool. So I read it and I loved it, and yay. So it's a dystopian world, and it's set in the future, I believe, and there are 2 groups of people, the anarchists and the renegades. The anarchists, they want vengeance upon people because there are people with superpowers, and they weren't accepted in the olden days, and now they are. After Ace Anarchy did a whole lot of bad things, and then the renegades had to show up to stop Ace Anarchy from destroying the world in the process of getting freedom. And so now they're 2 teams fighting against each other. And so there's a girl called Nova who's an anarchist, and then there's a guy called Adrian who's a renegade, and it's a bit of a love story. It's a bit of a Romeo and Juliet situation, but it's really good. There's loads of twists and action, and I would really recommend it. And I didn't do a very good job of explaining the plot because it is a bit hard to wrap your head around, because Marissa Meyer is very good at building whole new worlds, and yeah, it took me a while to wrap my head around it, who was who. So the next book is Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence Given. My friend Abby recommended this to me, and I read it, and I liked it. It was good, very eye-opening, but I just want you to be aware that this is very much her opinion, her perspective, her journey into feminism. So you may not agree with everything she says, because I was reading some of the stuff and I was like, no. But it did teach me a lot at the same time, so it was really good. And it has pretty pictures in it and all sorts, and it's quite interesting. So the next book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I am very late to the book community reading this, but I was so nervous to read it because it's a very descriptive way of writing. There's not much contact between characters, which I always get bored with descriptive writing. I zone out. I don't really like a picture being built up in my head to every single little detail. I don't like it. I just want to get on with the story. So I found this book okay. It was good. I could see why everyone on BookTube loves it. I didn't think it was amazing. I was just kind of yeah, that was a good book, as far as books go. So it's about this circus that appears only at night without one. It just appears like magic. And there's this challenge between these 2 people who end up falling in love, and it's cute. And there's loads of magic involved, but is it really magic? That's the question we ask a lot throughout the book. Is it really magic? Okay, so the next book is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I was not expecting to like this book. I wasn't expecting to like it, because I know a lot of people were a bit about it. They didn't really enjoy it. I loved it. I read it so fast, I wouldn't put it down. It was so cute and cheesy and geeky. There was so many references in it, and I was just like, yes! I get the references for once. I loved it. So it's a retelling of Cinderella, and it's about this girl called Elle, who works at the Magic Pumpkin, this food truck that sells only pumpkin-flavoured food. And she wants to go to this con that her dad founded and win the costume contest. Do you see how it relates to Cinderella? And there's this guy called Darian Freeman, who's a famous actor, who is going to be playing this new main lead in this movie. that is based off of this old TV show that Elle absolutely loves. And she doesn't like him. She's like, no, bad idea, don't cast him, ew. And he's actually really geeky as well. And it's just about them falling in love, and it's really cute. And yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I was like sat on the edge of my seat like, yes, come on. Because it was more about them getting to know each other than anything. So the final book that I read in January is The Places I've Cried in Public by Holly Bourne. Holly Bourne is like my new favourite author. I discovered her last year, and every book I've read, I've just been like, oh my god, I love it. And I love this one a lot. It's about this girl called Emily who's just broken up with her boyfriend Reese, and she's going back and doing like a memory map, she likes to call it, of every place she cried in public because of him. And it's so interesting just watching it all build up to her realisation of how their relationship wasn't okay. Trigger warning, if you've ever been in an emotionally abusive relationship, this will hit you pretty hard. But it was so good, and it was just amazing to see her come to this realisation, and I loved it so much. I was nearly crying at the end. I was like fighting back the tears a little bit, which doesn't happen often for me. I'm a bit like Stone when it comes to reading books and watching movies. I don't really feel out. So when I was like over here like, oh my god, that's why I knew I was reading a good book. I absolutely loved it. I read it in 3 days, and I would definitely recommend it if you just want a nice, easy, but also very emotional roller coaster of a read. Okay, so that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I am thinking of doing a reading vlog next week, so if you would be interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe so you're notified when I next post a video. It's usually every Tuesday, but we might run late, I don't know. So yeah, thank you, and have a nice day. Bye!